I'm going to show you how to record a brew session in WhatAlesYou. To do that, go over to your Brew Log. Once you get to Brew Log, you'll see a list of all the past sessions you've recorded. Or you can create a new one. Let's create a new one. Let's say I was brewing a pale ale with my friend Brandon. I can name my brew session that, or you can name it something generic. Doesn't really matter. After that, I can configure the brew date. Let's say it happened today. The status of the brew. Is it still in progress? Is it still fermenting, or is it complete? And the batch number. This will auto increment, but if you want to assign your own custom batch number, that's fine. Next, it's a good idea to tell this brew log which recipe we used. Let's say we used the June's Mama IPA. Once we select a recipe, we'll see the recipe down here, including all the ingredients. That way, the exact recipe that we used is always tied to the brew log. Flipping back over to log data, we can record some notes on our process. Maybe for our brewing notes, we want to record some things that happened during the boil. Let's see. 7 gallons of strike water at, let's say 165 degrees. We can also add notes for anything unusual that happened during the fermentation process, hop characteristics, yeast characteristics. We can talk about the process of making a starter, if we used a starter, or if we used old yeast from a previous brew. Any miscellaneous other notes, anything that happened during packaging. And finally, we can record what we thought it tasted like. That's always useful. The other thing we can do here is record gravity readings. So maybe on the first day we have an OG of, well, let's say 0.68. And then later on, let's say a week from then, we're down to 0.20. And then finally, a week after that, we're at 0.13, which is our FG. We can record all these things and click save. Then we've saved our brew log, and in the future, we plan to add more functionality to this, like giving you some statistics on your recipe, giving your actual realized alcohol content, and maybe even some analytics of your planned efficiency versus your actual efficiency, or different things like that. Would love ideas, but this is the beginning of the brew log. Thanks for listening.